Hey guys, I'm going to hit you with a piece of information that hopefully you guys are sitting down because this might be startling to you, but here it is. I'm old. I know you just went, the fuck, Curtis? No, I am. I'm old. I'm getting up there. And that point was kind of driven home to me today. Earlier, I saw a guy in a convenience store here locally, and he had on a Cheech and Chong T-shirt. And I don't know if you guys know who Cheech and Chong were slash are, but back in the 70s, they were a comedy duo, and their albums were some of the best-selling albums of the time. And parents, man, the older generation wanted them banned because they used bad words and they made fun of things like the Catholic religion. And nothing was off limits to them. And seeing that shirt got me thinking about back when I was a kid, and I remember when Cheech and Chong were out in the 70s and Richard Pryor and George Carlin. And up until that point, comedy to me had always been presented as hee haw. For those of you who don't know, hee haw was this really fucking horrible TV show that was all about a bunch of hillbillies standing in a cornfield telling jokes and strumming their banjos, and I'm sure having sex with their sisters and stuff was in there somewhere, but just didn't make the air. And the jokes were corny and horrible, and that's the way all entertainment on TV was at that time, just cornball crap, and I didn't like it, and I couldn't understand why everybody else loved it. And then I got exposed to Carlin and Pryor and Cheech and Chong, and it's like, this is, and I didn't like it because it was edgy. It was edgy, and I liked it. It was like a whole different way of looking at things. And I didn't love these guys because the establishment hated them. I wasn't trying to rebel. I just found a new sense of humor. It's like, this is the stuff that I find funny. Real life stuff. Talking about whatever they might be talking about, whether they're talking about masturbation or venereal disease or just the things that were not said in nice society back then. And it's a whole different world opened up to me. And I still remember, I look back on those days so fondly, listening to those albums, playing, not even letting my parents know that I owned them, and then only playing them, when they were out doing something or something like that, so I wouldn't get in trouble, and laughing my ass off. The reason I bring this up is because it directly relates back to you guys. As I get older, you start thinking about, I guess, how should I put it, my own legacy type thing. Now, wrestling was a big part of my life for a very long time, and whatever legacy I've built in that is built. And I'm proud of it. The people that watch me wrestle, I think I always, if you came out to see one of my shows, I gave you everything I had, and I gave you my money's worth, and I didn't care how much pain it caused me or how much I had to bleed, and I'm very proud of that. But doing YouTube has been something that I never expected in life, never planned on, but has been just this really, really cool, fun ride. And I think when all is said and done for me, for my legacy, what I hope is that 20 years, 30 years, 40 years from now, the way I reminisce so fondly about Carlin and Pryor and Cheech and Chong, I hope some of you guys will be talking to your kids or grandkids and go, back years ago, I remember on YouTube, or at that point, who knows, you might have to explain to them what YouTube is. We had a thing called YouTube, and there was this guy on there, him and his kid used to do videos, and man, that fucking guy used to make me laugh. I hope that's the effect I've had on some of you. I mean, does that sound too corny, too wishy-washy? But I don't give a shit about, I don't want anybody to have to remember me as the greatest ever, or he was the funniest man I ever saw, or he was the top of his field, best YouTuber ever. No. If it's just that you reminisce fondly and you think, yeah, that fucking guy used to make me laugh, whether it was because you watched Slow Joe on Omegle videos, or you watched me suck ass at Call of Duty, or you just loved watching us react to videos and the stupid shit that comes to my mind to say, or our sketch comedy, whatever it was. I hope that even if there's just a few of you that years from now are going to remember that and go, you know what? That fucker made me laugh. That's the legacy I hope I leave. I really, really do. And as you get older, you guys will start thinking about this stuff more and more. And it got me actually kind of sentimental thinking about that. So if I've done anything on YouTube, I hope that's something I can accomplish. And if YouTube is still around in 40 years, You might be telling your story to that grandkid, and your grandkid will go, "No, that old fucker's still on there. He's basically documenting his death on YouTube. He's 94, and he keeps a camera on him all times. You know, so when he dies, that his last moments can be on YouTube." Because I would do that. I would think that was funny and awesome. But I don't know. That's all this little vlog was about today. Just about legacies, and I hope I've had that effect on at least a couple of you. I hope you'll have fond remembrances and say, you know what, that old fucker was weird as shit, but damn, he made me laugh sometimes. And laugh in a good way, not the way women always laugh and point at me when I would take off my clothes. Because that was a different kind of laugh. It wasn't cool. It wasn't cool at all. I hope your laugh was more genuine and less, penis based.